Yo, what's up guys? So in this video I'm going to be going over my Fall Skirmish week 2 gameplay. I'm going over 1 or 2 games because I am playing in week 4, which is today or tomorrow for me, today that you guys are watching this. You guys don't know what the Fall Skirmish is. It's a 6-week long, a $10 million tournament that I was invited by Epic. So thank you a ton to Epic, and I'm extremely amped to be playing again tomorrow. I'm just going to be going over some mistakes that I made. That way I can feel refreshed and feel confident going into my matches. So if you guys want to see more type of analyst type videos, let me know down in the comment section, leave a like on the video, and it would help out a ton. So let's get right into it. So right about here, I am scouting and just going over my positioning. If you guys are unaware of analysts and VOD review type videos, it actually can help you out a ton if you are a scrim player or a competitive player. It does help out a ton. So as you can see, I kind of audibled my drop spot because I didn't want a 50-50 that guy, which I ended up getting in a 50-50 already right here. I pick up a blue tactical shotgun and I ended up fighting him, which is a very, very good kill for me, a very good easy pick, assuming that I get more healing in the game. This is an extremely tough game for me in terms of healing. I stayed at about like 100 HP just the entire game. Other players' rotations kind of cucked me, which is super unfortunate, but I kind of start the game off just at 100 HP, which is okay. I mean, I guess it's kind of where everyone else starts. I have big hopes in finding more shields in this game, but I mean, it's a pretty decent loadout to start off with. Right about now, I do realize that I am fairly low HP compared to a lot of other people who are most likely sitting at about 150 to 200. So I really try and get as many mats as I can in the security of my house before I leave. That way I have at least some type of defense before if I get engaged on by any other player. So right about here, I ended up getting shot at by a person on a roof, which is pretty much unavoidable. I was really trying to emphasize on my hard mats. That way I can set up early and try to get the rotational picks. So that puts me even lower on the HP count. I'm at about like 70, 80. It's super, super rough for me. I'm really, really struggling. I don't even have an AR right now. And that shot from me really puts me under a lot of players if I tried to engage on anybody. I tried to get a pick on this guy. Didn't work. I tried and focus up on farming, which I think is the good play in this situation. I ended up finding a shield, which is pretty lucky, but it doesn't last for long, trust me. So right now I'm trying to harvest up some brick. Like I said, I really wanted to emphasize on my hard mats. If you guys don't know what hard mats are, they are brick and metal. If you are in a very low HP situation or you don't have a lot of long range like an AR, I would really recommend this because that way you can turtle up and you can get any people that are rotating in. I love using this tactic. I use it a lot in PAX West, Summer Skirmish. I just sat in my own, minding my own business, and as people rotated by, I popped out and shotgunned them. A lot of people don't expect it, especially when Storm is closing in and everyone's rushing in to get in. People will not expect you to just pop out of nowhere and kill them, which is extremely crucial. So right about here is the turning point in the game. I mean, when it first started, I had pretty decent gear, just a little lacking on HP, but right about here I ended up getting a snipe off on this guy, and I thought with that initial damage I should be able to kill him very easily, very quickly. I ended up prolonging this fight and it took way too long, and Storm ends up coming in, which puts a ton of pressure and a lot of other people rotating in with me, which is extremely bad because I have zone right now and I can easily just keep farming and then set up in my 1x1 with hard mats and get rotational picks. But like I said, with my super low HP, I really wanted to get at least some kind of pick on this guy, and I spent much too long fighting him. As you can see, I open up my map right about now to look to see where zone is, and I should have rotated right about now. I should have just dipped out, but I spent way too long fighting this guy. So I think right about here, he actually jump headed out and he dipped, which is the smart play from him. No, he actually falls back. Okay. I do end up losing even more HP right about now. I get third party from somebody else pretty far away. I do actually return some damage off on him with my hunting rifle, but it doesn't kill him, so it didn't really benefit me in any kind of way. I can see a ton of people rotating around me. The other guy rotated back left, and there's people to my right, and I'm just in a really bad situation because I have Storm pushing on my back as well. Like I said, this was the turning point fight in my match. I should have rotated very early on, or I should have just not taken the fight at all. I do find some bandages to compensate for at least some type of HP, but it's not much. I do only have about 100 HP. Again, like I said, we just stay at that 100 HP mark this entire game, and it's super unfortunate. Right here, I do recognize that there is a player on the hill, and I don't want to fight him necessarily, but more or less just kind of be the aggressor so I scare him off. Neither player wants to fight with Storm pushing on our backs, so I just want to make sure that I have the advantage. If he does decide to start shooting at me, then I at least have some kind of advantage to placing mats and burning mats. That way I can easily and safely get to Storm. You can just see just a ton of people around me. There's at least 2 people rotating in with me, and it's just a super clustered cone we're all coming in at. This actually is the demise of me in this game. It's because of this super late rotation and all these players rotating in with me that I'm rotating in extremely slow. As you can see that the Storm is coming in, and this guy is also on my back. I just have a ton of pressure on me. I try and return some kind of damage off on him so he would back off, but he was a very persistent person. He really wanted to fight with Storm even on our back, which I'm assuming he probably had like bandages or 100 HP. I don't really know. I think that was Poach actually, but I really didn't want to fight because I only had 3 bandages and I already had like about 100 HP to work with. As you can see, I'm taking Storm damage. It's a 1 tick right now, which isn't a huge deal. I can come out of this. I can come back with these 3 bandages that I do own. But I ended up tunnel visioning in on a tower, and that tunnel visioning ended up gets me killed. So right about here, I do recognize that there is a player in that tower, and I get sniped from another tower. So that's something that I do want to touch on a little bit for you newer players, you new scrim players. If you're tunnel visioned in on one object, then you're vulnerable from all other sides. And I saw and recognized that there was a player in there, and I was really hoping that he wasn't going to snipe me. I was going to be ready to put up a wall if he tried shooting at me through Storm, which is a very easy kill. It's a very common thing to gatekeep like that. But I tunnel visioned in on him, and I didn't see that there was another player adjacent from me in another tower with a sniper, and he just ends up sniping me, which is pretty unfortunate. I got really unlucky with HP and other players' rotations this game. But nonetheless, if you guys want to see more analyst kind of VOD review type videos, let me know. I feel like a lot of you newer scrim players, a lot of you aspiring pros can learn a ton from just like a pros VOD review. I feel like I learn a lot when I kind of talk about it and I speak about it as well. And I really enjoy doing these, especially because I have my skirmish games tomorrow. I really want to go into them confident, clear-minded, and just know what I did wrong in the last week's skirmish. So if you guys enjoyed it, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, turn my notifications on if you guys want to be notified whenever I upload. And I hope to see you guys all in the next video. If you want to watch the skirmish week 4, it'll be on twitch.tv/Fortnite. You can look out for me. I hope to be placing pretty well tomorrow, and we'll see how everything goes. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.